Okay, boys and girls, welcome back to Uncle Red's channel. Let's get serious. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the GOAT, Johnny Bones Jones. He's been out for a while, but he takes on Stipe Miocic, former champion, November 16th, 2024, UFC 309. It goes down at Madison Square Garden in big old New York. But first, this video is brought to you by PrizePicks. It's so simple. Go to the App Store, download PrizePicks. You can pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC, for a chance to win 100 times your money. It's real fun. You can pick more or less on fight time if you think the fight's going to go later or less. You can pick more or less on significant strikes landed. You can pick more or less on one of my favorites is takedowns. When you sign up, use code TIMBO, and if you place a $5 bet, they'll give you $50 instantly, no strings attached. You place a $5 bet, $50 instantly when you use code Timbo at sign up, and keep an eye out on my Instagram and Snapchat for those picks, what I'm picking. Johnny Bones Jones, 37 years old now. He's 6'4", 27-0. Remember, he elbowed Matt Hamill, dink, just like that, 12-6. Those rules went away. 12-6 dinkers are now legal. So now we'll put it 28-0, 28-0. Freak show. Johnny Bones Jones. He's taking on Stipe Miocic, and everyone's counting him out. Stipe Miocic is 42 years old, a young spry, 42 years old. Stipe's also 6'4", and rumor has it he put on some pounds for this fight. Rumor has it he's looking stout, looking big, looking durable. He's got 20 wins with 4 losses, and I've been in the room when Stipe's training. I watched him spar this ex-pro heavyweight boxer for 10 rounds. The dude can box. He can box. He can box very good. He's a former Division I wrestler. People are counting him out because his last fight was 2021. So he's had a lot of time off. What has he been doing in that time? Probably being a firefighter. But also still training, waiting for this fight. People are thinking Jon Jones is going to kill him. I did see this clip come up recently of Jon Jones hitting pads. He looks scary. He looks fast. He looks explosive. He looks long. People think that Jon Jones is going to come out here and do what he did to Serial Gane. I don't think that's going to happen versus Stipe. I think Stipe is going to make it a longer fight because he's got a little bit of Division I wrestling in his pocket. He really does. Jon Jones' last fight was Serial Gane in 2023, but let's take a peek here at Jon Jones' last fight. Big, tall, scary, Serial Gane. People think he was going to give Jon Jones some serious issues. Long dude, pecks his jab from a long way away. Peck. Okay, here we go. Okay, Johnny Bones Jones looking scary at heavyweight. I mean, the dude is supposed to be a heavyweight. His brother, huge linemen in the NFL. These are two dieseled up dudes here. We got Johnny Bones Jones with the rolled up shorts. When you got small calves and big thighs, you want to roll up your shorts. I'll tell you that from firsthand experience. You got little skinny calves, big thighs, roll up the shorts, looks better. Here we go. Johnny Bones Jones comes out, smacks him with a hard leg kick, and gets kicked in his pecker right off the rip. Right in the pecker head. You know what? It could have been in the cup, and the cup nicked the nut. It nicked the nut there. So he went hard, southpaw, left inside kick, dink, and it just dinked his little dinger just like that. Ouchie. Okay, he's recovered. And now he's pissed. Round 1, 434, Serial Gane, southpaw. Johnny Bones Jones does that a lot. He waits for people to kick. He catches it, steps in and cracks them, or he steps in and clinches them and beats the tar out of them. Serial Gane stomping him, looking to keep his range, keep his distance, and Jon Jones already stalking him, just looking huge back. Back to southpaw, looking to loosen him up in kicks. Let's see here how he gets in on this shot. Stomps his knee out, overswings a bit. A freak athlete. Okay, that's what happened. So let's look at this again. Ciryl Gane is southpaw. He steps in hard with a hard left hand, and he almost squares up his feet when he does it. Foof, fast left hand. Jon Jones slips to the outside here. Slips to the outside and automatically goes to the hips. He doesn't even shoot into the legs. Doesn't even worry about the double leg. He overextended himself so much. He slips outside, goes to his hips. Now he's got a body lock. Body lock around the waist. Goes seatbelt. Gets all his weight on his chest there and gets a good mat return. Good mat return. Here we go. And he's got that far hip. We got to be careful doing this with jiu-jitsu guys. They're going to roll to a knee bar. But Johnny Bones, he's a black belt. He knows what he's doing. He's got that little ankle tuck here with his left knee. Left hand's got the hips. Right hand's issuing juicers. And just juicers. Dink, dink. Let's do a classic little wrist ride here. A little wrestling wrist ride. Makes it hard for Ciryl Gane to get up. Nice little breakdown. And Johnny Bones Jones on the mat. I mean, he's just so good on the mat. Once he gets on top of you, he's so athletic. He's so smart with his grappling. Okay, gathers the legs up here. And Ciryl Gane's just waiting too much. He needs to be moving. He's waiting. John's staying ahead of him in these positions. He's going front headlock. Front headlock, guillotine, how he put Lyoto Machida to sleep. If you remember that or not. On top, Ciryl Gane needs to get his right leg back to the fence, his right hip back to the fence and start building up. But Johnny Bones Jones has got all the pressure in the right spots. Goes in the front headlock, and it didn't even look like it was really under the chin. And taps him out. Taps him out real quick. That powerful, that quick. I do not think Jon Jones is going to come out and take down Stipe that quick. And I'm sure Stipe and all their coaches are doing a lot of film study. I feel like they're going to probably be doing a lot of boxing and wrestling. Because when people kick Johnny Bones Jones, he ends up scoring takedowns on them. But Stipe Miocic, last fight, Francis Ngannou. And if you remember their first fight, Francis, the biggest, scariest, most explosive guy, it was in 2018. And Stipe Miocic just had a great fight, a phenomenal fight. He was double-legging him, taking him down, slipping just those missiles that Francis throws. And again, 42 years old, that's what comes into play. He hasn't fought for so long, but Stipe is no slouch. For the new fans, you got to remember what Stipe did. Stipe was the man. Stipe TKO'd Mark Hunt. He TKO'd Andre Arlovski. He KO'd Fabricio Verdum. He KO'd Alistair Overeem. He TKO'd Junior Dos Santos. TKO'd Daniel Cormier. Punches. Ding, ding, ding. And then he beat Daniel Cormier again by decision. And that's why everyone's like,
oh man, Jon Jones is just going to come out there and he's going to take Stipe down with easy.
Daniel Cormier couldn't take him down easy. So remember that. Okay, we got Orthodox. Francis, one of the scariest human beings to ever be born, I think. Just jacked. Pumping the jab. Both of them pumping the jab. Stipe's got this head on him. This bowling ball sized head. So you know Stipe's looking to get into a takedown for himself here. But Francis is doing a little bit better of a job than he used to do, staying a little bit lower in his stance, a little bit lower, a little bit more athletic. Stipe loosening him up with inside kick here. Round 1, 350. Smart by Francis, shooting those punches to the gut. It's hard to take down someone who's punching right to your gut because that's where your head needs to go. So Francis steps in with a clean double jab right hand, and that wobbles him. Steps in, double jab in the air. Double jab, not to land it, just to get his feet close enough and to find his head. Double jab, boom. So he jabbed high, jabbed low. Right hand right behind the ear. Douche. And Stipe wears it. Definitely wobbled him. Recovering here a bit. I mean, this size of guys, 4-ounce gloves, you got to be careful when you step in the pocket. Could be the last time, anytime. Beautiful shot. So look at this shot here. He waits till Francis steps in with the jab, changes levels, meets him, and goes head outside, high crotch. Boom. Nice high crotch here. Perfect entry. Let's see what he does with it. runs the pipe, tries to go to the double. Francis doing a good job here, stuffing the head right away, staying on the head, stuffing the head, going over the armpits, and covering his head with the hips. Circles around, Stipe goes to hit a stand-up. Francis gets a mat return. And these are just juicers you can't take from Francis. When you're in a turtle position, a referee's position, your hands are on the mat, and you just can't afford to take these. 4-ounce gloves. Francis muscles back, and then Stipe does a good job defending that double. So Stipe's definitely hurt here. Definitely hurt. And it just shows you how much Francis improved his wrestling just in that little sequence alone. Compared to the first time they fought, their coach said they didn't do any wrestling at all. They just did striking. And then he started working with Eric Nixick at Extreme Couture, and they probably got his basic wrestling down, and it showed right there. So Francis moves southpaw. 2:30 left in the first. Goes left head kick to the dome piece. Stipe blocks it, but it still kind of cracks him a little bit through the glove. That's the thing. Even when you throw head kicks through the gloves, 4-ounce gloves, just like this, and some baseball bat comes and hits you in the head, boom, you still feel the shots. Orthodox here. You can tell Stipe's wanting to get another takedown. Francis knows that too, so he's being careful, committing with his punches. Orthodox. And if any of you guys met Stipe, you'd be like, holy shit, that guy is one of the baddest people on the planet. He's one of the nicest dudes out there. He really is. Francis doing a good job punching at the end of his punches, not overextending himself, not overcommitting on the punches so Stipe can duck under him. A little bit of motion in the open. Francis stepping in with big right hand. So let's fast forward 10 seconds left. I'm curious here real quick what the corner said. In and out, he said. He's saying be a little bit more snappy, and get a little bit more offensive, but it's easy. It's easy to say that. Get a little bit more snappy, get a little more offensive. When you're offensive, you're open for counter punches, but Francis hits so hard. It's easier said than done. Get going, because every time you go offensively, especially with your hands, it's like you're running risk at counter punch and just your clock cleaned. Just freak show power Francis has. Here we go, round 2. Let's see what happens. Steps in with a jab. We know Stipe is going to get busy a little bit. Already, he's starting off. He's not waiting so much. Steps in with the liver shot. Careful with the liver shot. Liver shot. A lot of people throw those liver shots. The liver shot with the left hand down and their right hand comes by their armpit. Boom, so they're open to counter punches. Anytime you're throwing your left hand, left hook, left liver shot, counter to left hook, so another left hook. So you got to keep your right hand glued. Boom. Especially with 4-ounce gloves. Here we go. Francis is the one changing levels now. Francis is the one changing levels. Steps in. Let me see what combo he steps in and cracks him with here. So that was literally a jab that he put him down with. He stepped, the right hand, put the right hand in his eyes, stepped forward, boom, with a hard jab. Didn't even go to land the right hand, just had Stipe looking at that right hand and steps in and puts him down with a jab. Check this out, guys. Bing. Right to the lips. Heavy shots. Looking to put him out. So Stipe comes back and he's trying to slug with him a little bit and then walks into the jab. And it's just heavy jab. Douche. There's more of a short left hook. more of a little short left hook. As soon as he's coming in, his hands are by his armpits. He comes in to start swinging with them, stand his ground, and he gets his clock cleaned. When you're dealing with someone that explosive and hits that hard, it's scary. It's scary. Okay, so that's Stipe versus Francis Ngannou. I mean, the fight's going to be different. Jon Jones, I mean, skill-wise, he's way different than Francis. He's in another league than Francis when it comes to skill. When it comes to explosiveness and speed, just pure athleticism, explosiveness and speed, Francis is probably a little bit more scary. A little bit more scary with those 4-ounce gloves. But Jon Jones is the GOAT. He's the greatest fighter to ever live. People forget this. People, especially people that are new to the sport in this last couple years that haven't seen Jon Jones and his rise. When he TKO'd Shogun, he submitted Quentin Jackson. He put Lyoto Machida's lights out. He submitted Vitor Belfort, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, submitted him, about broke his arm. He TKO'd Chael Sonnen. Decision, I heard he didn't even train for Alexander Gustafsson. He's so athletic, he gets away with just beating these guys with ease. It's like, why are you going to train hard 5-minute rounds? He barely trained versus Gustafsson and still got a decision. It could have went either way on that fight, but he got the decision win. To beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. Then he beat Glover Teixeira. Then he beat Daniel Cormier. Then he beat Ovince St. Preux. And then he beat Daniel Cormier again. And then he KO'd Gustafsson this time. And then he beat Anthony Smith. Then he beat Thiago Santos. Then he beat Dominic Reyes. Then he smoked Cyril Gane. This guy's an absolute freak show. Absolute freak show. It goes down. It goes down next week. I'm fired up. It goes down. Johnny Bones Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Let me know who you guys got. I'm going to be coming back with the final predictions here soon. And I'm also going to be, for that fight card, going to sit down and really decide on a good prize pick. So follow my Instagram and Snapchat at TimWelchMT for the prize picks. Okay? Now, I'll leave you guys with this. Okay, we're on the brink of war. It's going to be a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye-bye.